Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lancaster, California. I'm Ken Gonzalez for Georgia Langevin Productions, and we have just begun this boys under 17 Open Cup final featuring the Palos Verdes Raiders going up against the Valley United Soccer Club Blast Black. And, of course, it is the Blast in black there, and in red is the Palos Verdes Raiders. No score, just underway. We have two 45-minute halves here for you. And somebody will come away here with the 2006 Open Cup Championship here for the boys under 17. George Langevin Productions game of the week here. Ball just across midfield. The Blast send it back the other way. We'll get you the rosters for each of these squads. Palos Verdes, number 7 here on the near side, near the corner. Hounded by the defender. That was number 7 for Palos Verdes, Adnan Karama. So Kurama trying to penetrate that backfield. He did, but one defender there for the Blast was able to come up big right there and threw the ball out to the near side. Right now the keeper for Palos Verdes, Noya Mizawa, with the stop right there. He's in the white jersey, and the ball will bounce out here on the near side and will belong to the Blast. Number 14 to put the ball into play, Noel Campos Jr. Palos Verdes across midfield now, number 3, Kazu Osato. Osato trying to thread the needle there with that pass into the middle of the field, but too many defenders there for the Blast in the black jerseys there. He had 3, and that was just too many. Ball cleared out here on the near side. Still belongs to the Raiders, and Bobby Guarisco inbounds the ball. Number 2 there, you see him. This should be a pretty fast game. The grass cut low, nice and green. Number 13 now for the Blast, trying to take an angle inside Eduardo Sanchez, but the defenders there again. You see number 2 coming up for the Raiders, Guarisco. Now we start near the corner. Ball on the ground, now back the other way, and will go out, and the black team will have it. No score. The Raiders and the Blast awaiting the throw-in. Quite a windy day here in Lancaster, but that's nothing new. Wind always picks up. We were out here just a few years ago doing some Open Cup, and there was actually snow on the ground. Very cold. No snow today, but a little chilly. Got that breeze blowing. And the free kick here on the near side, number 10 for the Blast, will take it David Escalante with the left leg. Let's see how he sets it up high into the air towards the net. Curving just high over the bar. Mizawa went up for it. I'm not sure he got a hand on it, but it was over the bar. And a goal kick now for the Raiders. And for the Raiders, the keeper you see right there, number 1, Noya Mizawa. Number 2, Bobby Guarisco. Number 3, Kazu Osato. Number 5, Jeff Miller. Number 6 is Chris Whitty. Number 7, Adnan Karama. Number 8, Kayo Giswalde. Number 13 is Wes Chapman. Number 17, Andrew McBride. Number 19, Kevin Morgan. Number 30, Keigo Tanaka. And number 31 is Masa Imada. The manager is Bill Guarisco. The head coach, Maximilian Lopez. Number 3 here on the near side for the Raiders, Osato. Coming over. Being out, is that number 5 there? It was either 5 Miller or 6 Whitty. And it's 6 Whitty right here with the glove on the left hand. Osato looks into the middle of the field. Little touch pass. Go! Miller, number 5, was heading to the ball, but the defender clearing it away there for the Blast. Might have saved a goal. Definitely saved a shot on goal. Miller, nice little touch pass upfield. Coming back to the ball. Wes Chapman, number 13, has some help from his teammate, number 7. The ball rolls toward the back line, Karama. And the ball does go out across the back line. And let's see, last touch by the Blast. So it will be... Actually, no, from our angle it's difficult to tell, but it looks like it went out on the far side, and it will just be a throw-in here for the Raiders. Chapman, number 13, coming up to the ball, number 6, Whitty, Chris Whitty. Just couldn't get there. The Blast clearing it up across midfield now. They're on the run over on the far side. Now holding up. Let's see if they make their move into the middle. Number 3, Alfaro. We'll get you the rosters for the Valley United Black here in just a second. And so as that ball goes out, here is the roster for the Valley United Soccer Club Blast Black. Number 3, Johnny Alfaro. Number 4, Mark Heredia. Number 5, Joshua Giron. Number 6, Josue Gonzalez. Number 7, Christopher Ramos. Number 8, Zach Stone. Number 9 is Jose Guillermo. Number 10, David Escalante. Number 11, Everardo Areola. Number 12, Adam Vanunu. Number 13, Eduardo Sanchez. Number 14, Noel Campos Jr. Ball cleared out, rolls here to the near side. Number 15, Saem Gonzalez. Number 16, Oscar Rodas. Number 19, the keeper is Alex Rodriguez. Number 20, Kevin Saldivar. Number 21, Josue Perdomo. Number 23 is Emmanuel Hernandez. Number 7 here, Karama wants to go into the middle. But again, too many black jerseys there as they plug it up and clear it out here on the near side. The team administrator for the Blast Black is David Heredia, and the head coach is Jose Mario Barbosa. Ball across midfield. Blast, number 16, fighting for the ball, Oscar Rodas. And a whistle by the referee that will go against number 13 there, Chapman, Wes Chapman for the Raiders. Again, 45-minute halves. There's no score here. First half. Just under 40 minutes or so to go. Ball rolling towards the back line. Run down by the Blast. Hell, and as they try to change directions, they're taken away by the Raiders. But the Blast, they regroup, keep the ball here on the right half of the field. Number 7, Christopher Ramos, here to the near side, and the ball is out. And the side judge says it will belong to the Raiders. So the red team will have the ball. As the throw comes in, a battle for it here on the near side. Number 7, Karama. Runs into some trouble. We got a whistle there by the referee. The ball on the ground will have a free kick here. And quickly, number 2, Bobby Gorisco puts it into play. Now it rolls into the middle of the field. Miller with a little push pass there into the middle. Karama, number 7. Shot high into the air and over the net. And a goal kick for the Blast. But did we get a whistle before the kick? May have been from another field. And so the Blast with the goal kick, Alex Rodriguez. here on the near side. Corisco, number 2. And the keeper, Maezawa, with the kick. Angles it here to the near side. It will go out. And let's see, it should belong to the Blast. And it does. Number 14. Putting it into play, Noel Campos Jr. Looking on, number 3, Osato for the Raiders. Ball on the ground now. Chris Whitty, number 6. Passes it off to Karama. And now it's the Raiders penetrating. Whitty again runs into some trouble, surrounded by 2 defenders. Osato comes over to help. But the ball will go out on the near side. And you see the flag just and the trees in the background really bending in this wind. So everything may have a tendency to come here to the near side. Miller with a center just a little bit too high. Rolls over to the far side. Now the Blast want to get out and run. Number 3 across. Johnny Alfaro. Alfaro holds it up. And as he passes it into the middle of the field, taken away. Caio Giswalde, number 8, with the steal. 4 over to the far sideline. Mark Heredia for the Blast. They run out of room on the far side, and they say it belongs to the Valley United Soccer Club. So I believe we're waiting for some substitutions before we put this ball back in. Here it comes. Blast with a nice strong kick right down the middle of the field. Across midfield, but right there the Raiders will take it. Osato here on the near side, number 3. Now he looks downfield, into the middle. Being chased by number 14, Noel Campos Jr. Ball knocked out. Was it off the side or across the back line? Let's see here. If Osato will set it up here on the near side to throw it in, so it was out here on the near side. Ball will roll untouched, finally taken here. That's Giswalde there, number 8. Chapman, number 13. Ball in the middle. Can they get a shot? The keeper will come over, Alex Rodriguez, to make the stop. So dodging a bullet right there. The Valley United Soccer Club Blast. Coming away unharmed right there. Miller, number 5, Jeff Miller, showing some fancy footwork there as the ball is placed here towards midfield. Osato giving chase. And number 19 looking on now, Kevin Morgan for the Raiders. Ball in the middle of the field now. Number 6, there he is, Chris Whitty. Chapman with a little battle there with number 10, David Escalante of the Blast. Last few minutes, the pace seems to be picking up. It looks like each of these 2 teams want to get on the board here. Shot towards the goal. It's going to be wide. So the Blast getting a shot on goal right there. And the keeper, Maezawa, looks at that one as it rolls to his left and out across the back line. But if you're a fan of the Blast, you've got to like what you see right there, looking to get their offense running, taking shots on goal. They get that one right there, just a little bit wide. See the ball being retrieved there in the corner. And finally set up here. Number 2 helping out, Bobby Corisco. Maezawa's kick. High into the air, just outside the circle. Osato coming over. Blast, though, controlling the ball. Now it rolls here on the near side. Number 13 with a center pass right to the Raiders, though. That was number 13, Eduardo Sanchez. Shot towards the net, and that's going to be wide of that far post. And another goal kick for the Raiders, the Palos Verdes Raiders. No score. We're in the first half. Osato here on the near side. Saves the ball from going out. Now it's into the middle of the field. Let's see if the Raiders can set something up here. Change of direction. Whistle. Number 31 there. Imada. Goes against the blast. And number 13, Wes Chapman, will take the free kick here. Just below midfield. High into the air. Towards the net. Off of Rodriguez. And here on the near side. Is it going to be called off, though? Or is it a goal? And it is a goal. The Blast are looking for an offsides. Nothing doing. Being in the right place at the right time there for the Raiders. Looked like Jeff Miller, number 5, and the Raiders with a 1-0 lead here in the first half. Kevin Morgan there, number 19. Ball out here on the near side. Blast putting it here on this half of the field yet again. Wes Chapman, number 13, looking on. Ball near the back line. Did it go out? And it did, so another goal kick here for the Raiders. Number 7. Working the far side, Karama. Shot towards the net. Rodriguez is there. And the more I look at it, I believe I was mistaken. And I believe that goal was scored by number 19, Kevin Morgan. Ball in the middle of the field now. Over to the far side. The Raiders doing a good job of spreading the field right now. Far shot on goal. Rodriguez again having some trouble getting his hands on the ball. Deflects it out and is able to clear it away towards midfield. Number 3 taking it there, Johnny Alfaro. And the ball will go out here on the near side off of Guarisco. Quickly put into play by the Blast. Number 14, nice change of direction. Noel Campos Jr. moves into the middle of the field. Passes it off to his teammate, number 23, Emmanuel Hernandez, and that shot is wide of the net for a goal kick. Noya Mezawa with the goal kick for the Raiders. They have a 1-0 lead. Number 19, Kevin Morgan with the score. Just verifying that, and it does go to Morgan. Morgan again here on the near side. Wants another attempt. He took that shot with the right leg, kind of off balance on that goal, as the ball was met by the keeper, Rodriguez. He couldn't keep a handle on it, and it rolled right to Morgan. And he was able to put it right into the back of the net between the keeper and that near post, giving his team that 1-0 lead. Not Rancho Palos Verdes, but Palos Verdes playing a little underhanded or undermanned today. 2 of their starting defenders, Tim Joyce and Marcelo Calcanado, and Kevin Rampton, all missing today due to injuries. Kazuya also missing here off the roster as he had to move back to Japan. So this Palos Verdes squad been winning here under some extraordinary circumstances. Ball high into the air over the net. So the Blast with another attempt, but it falls away no good. Meizawa will have the goal kick here. Everybody retreats up towards midfield. He's got a pretty strong leg. Played about 20 minutes here, so just about 30 minutes to go. Maybe 25 or so here in this first half. No score. I don't know why I said that. Palos Verdes with a 1-0 lead over the Blast, as you see right there on your scoreboard. And number 14 for the Blast, Noel Campos Jr. puts it into play. Osato comes over to help on defense. Number 19, Morgan also. Ball near that back line. We get a whistle by the referee. And let's see, the ball will belong to the Raiders as it goes out. Meizawa with a nice kick. You saw the loft that was put on that ball. He's got some real issues with the wind to deal with here today. And so he tried to spin that ball through that hard wind that's coming through, and pretty much couldn't have expected that ball to travel any further than it did. The Blast controlling the ball into the middle there. But it's the Raiders coming away with it. Now they boot it across midfield. Kevin Morgan, number 19, looking at the ball, giving it chase, but Rodriguez comes out and gets to it before Morgan can handle it. Quick whistle by the referee. Some touching going on there, and the ball belongs to the Raiders. Looks like Chapman, number 13, Wes Chapman with the kick. And it goes right on a couple of bounces to Alex Rodriguez, the keeper for the Blast. There again was Morgan, just hanging out in case. Kevin Morgan in red there for the Raiders. The wind, really an issue for both sides here right now, as it's blowing across the field, not up and down. So nobody gaining an advantage over the other so far. But as far as goals scored, it is the Raiders with a 1-0 lead. Guadisco puts the ball into play. Bobby, number 2. The Blast controlling it now across midfield. Nice header right there, sending it back the other way. Osato nearly gets a leg on the ball. Now it's in the circle. Who can get it? Blast coming to the ball. They control it. Now a center pass. Can they get a shot on goal? With the left leg. Shot deflected by the keeper. Off the leg of number 3, Johnny Alfaro. But the keeper, Meizawa, with a great save. Ball's deflected out. And they actually say it was last touched by the Blast. So it may have just been wide. And that resulted in the goal kick for the Raiders. I thought we had a corner kick situation coming up, but evidently the ball was untouched after it left the leg of Alfaro. Ball near the back line, collision. Goes out of bounds. Let's see who it belongs to. And the Blast retreating. And it will be a goal kick now for the Raiders. And you see the Raiders there with a 1-0 lead here in the first half. We played about 24 minutes. So about 20 minutes, 21 minutes to go here in this first half. 1-0 lead, the Raiders over the Blast. Again, this is a boys under 17 Open Cup championship match. Kevin Morgan, number 19. Goes upfield, Osato racing to the ball, but the black team, the Blast, sent it back the other way. And number 13 for the Blast, Eduardo Sanchez, and number 2 for the Raiders, Bobby Guarisco, tangled up there. We get a whistle. And the ball will belong to the Blast. Josue Gonzalez there, number 6. Will take the free kick. Puts it into the middle. Nice header there by the Raiders. Now that shot is well wide of the net and out across the back line. So the Valley United Soccer Club Blast really not taking advantage of that free kick right there. Didn't really set up the play they wanted to. Nice job by the Raiders keeping them out. Finally, the ball goes out and does belong to the Raiders on the goal kick. Number 23, left-legged kick, leading his player. Mezawa comes out, makes a slide. Can't hang on to it. The ball goes out across the back line. That whole series started by Emmanuel Hernandez, number 23 for the Blast. And they're going to say it went off of the Blast, and so a goal kick for the Raiders. Another nice break. Blast not having much trouble getting into the backfield of the Raiders and getting some shots. Are very quick to the ball. Now here come the Raiders again on the run. But the Blast defense gets back there. The only problem for the Blast has been, well, nearly two problems. Number one, they're not making the best that they can of the situation when they get down in deep. And number two, they're not getting over there that often. Although when they do, it's fairly simple. But the defense for the Blast has really been on their heels here in this first half, as the Raiders really keeping the action here on the left half of the field. Lofted up nicely on the header, taken out Osato with a shot deflected again by the Blast. Ball comes out here towards midfield. Osato very quick back to the ball, number 3 from behind. Number 23, Emmanuel Hernandez watching as the ball goes out here on the near side. And number 14 putting it into play for the Blast, Noel Campos Jr. Trying to penetrate the Blast. Now it's crossfield pass. Cleared out on the header. Collision there on the far side. We've got a Blast player down. He's injured. And as the ball goes out, the referee coming over. And looks like he's going to call an error, an elbow against the Raiders. But if he was going to call that, he should have stopped play immediately rather than wait for the ball to go out on the far side. And hopefully the player here, we're not sure who it is for the Blast. So after the penalty, we're ready to go. The free kick for the Blast. Let's see if they can capitalize here. They trail by a goal here in the first half. 1-0. Shot deflected. Nice defensive job by the Raiders. And again, across midfield, running this ball down in the black is the Blast. And the ball is out here on the near side. Should belong to the Raiders as number 8 looks on. Caio Gesualdi. Osato putting the ball into play. Now he comes right back to it. Blast. Getting out quickly, number 13. Eduardo Sanchez. Center pass. Comes right back here to the near side and out. Quickly the Blast putting it back into play. They knew it was theirs. Now they move into the middle. Sanchez, number 13. Surrounded by the defender there near the back line. And number 2 will take a spill there. That's Bobby Guarisco providing the defense. Looks like that wind might even be picking up speed right now. Ball back into play, rolls over to the far side. And out again, belonging to the Raiders. So this Palos Verdes squad, made up of 2 separate high schools mainly. Palos Verdes in Peninsula High School and Palos Verdes High School. A couple of kids from Torrance on this squad. One from San Pedro. Several of the teammates who play for Peninsula High School also play on a gold BU19 squad. Ball at midfield in the circle. High into the air. Let's see if it comes down. Rodriguez looking, but coming across. Number 19, Kevin Morgan. Morgan has to put on the brakes as Rodriguez made the stop right there. But again, Morgan right near the ball looking for his second score of the day. Ball is out across the back line. Last touch by the Blast. And another goal kick for Mazawa. So Morgan comes out on the substitution. And now the ball back into play. Into the match now, number 8 for the Raiders, Caio Gesualdi. Ball across midfield now. A lot of traffic as the Blast try to penetrate the defense. They move it here to the near side. A couple of short little passes there. Number 14 running now, Noel Campos Jr. Finally, though, the defense for the Raiders clearing it across midfield, chasing it down, number 5. Joshua Giron. And Guarisco, Bobby Guarisco putting the ball into play. Giron there, number 5 for the Blast, and Osato. You see the ball curve there because of the wind. You actually saw it take. I was waiting to see that. And Osato, as he tries to put the ball into play here on the near side, tried to lead his teammate down the sideline with it. The wind just took it and carried it out of bounds, and the Blast now will have the ball. A little bit of a bump. Chris Whitty was looking for a whistle, but didn't get it. Nice job right down the middle of the field, Raiders. And number 16 with a slide right there. That's Oscar Rodas. Took Imada out. Play resumes, or continues, I should say. No whistle. Another collision, a bump from behind, number 13. He's going to be whistled right there. Eduardo Sanchez. And so a free kick for Palos Verdes. Ball at midfield, number 10. Battling there with Imada. That's number 10, David Escalante. And finally the referee has had enough of that. Blows his whistle, and let's see who he will call that on. It's going to go against the Raiders. And so the Blast right at midfield will have the free kick. As they trail 1-0, they'd obviously like to tie this one up before halftime. And we're coming up towards about the 10-minute mark here, remaining in the first half. And thanks to number 19, Kevin Morgan, the Raiders are on top 1-0. Ball out here on the near side. Quickly put back into play by number 5, Joshua Giron. Ball in the box, now comes out. Blast tried to penetrate. They saw they had nowhere to go, so they come right back outside. Oh, number 7. Nearly taking a shot right there, Christopher Ramos. But he just didn't have the proper angle. That ball came loose and was free for the taking. He saw it, but was just about a half a step out of position right there. Unable to do much with it, and by the time he maneuvered his body, the red defenders there for the Raiders were on top of it, clearing it away. Ball out here on the near side. The Raiders putting it back into play. Juarisco doing his duty here on the near sideline. Whitty puts it into the middle. Osato from the near side coming over to the ball. And it's going to go off of Osato. Number 4 there for the Blast, Mark Heredia. So the Blast will put the ball into play here on the near side. Saim Gonzalez, number 15, in for the Blast. Some fresh legs to close out this half. Whitty with the header. The Raiders keeping the ball here on the left half of the field. Move it over to the far side. Now they want to attack. High into the air, centered just a little bit long. Rodriguez can't hold it, still on the ground. His teammate, number 14, Noel Campos Jr. with it near the back line. Can the Raiders take it away? They do. Now they're going to come out with it again. Center pass. Can they get a shot? Number 31, Imada, runs into a little bit of trouble. And the Blast able to clear it away, but not far enough. Chapman there. Wes. And finally the Blast clear it well across midfield into the backfield of the Raiders. And let's see if the Blast now can set up an offense. They trail by a goal, and you saw that one coming as they tried to move across the field. Defender for the Raiders comes by and just picks the pocket right there and sends the ball soaring up towards midfield. Raiders again, 3 jerseys, all red around the ball, taking it away from the Blast. Across midfield near that far side. Nice center pass. You've got a streaker right there. Too much on that one as it goes out here on the near side. And the Blast will put it in to play. That was Kevin Morgan again, number 19. Imada trying to get to the ball, but the Blast, number 7, beats him to it. Christopher Ramos. Ramos again. Passes it over to the far side. Blast now showing off a little short passing game. And just as they were making some progress right there, that pass just a little bit too strong and allowed the Raiders to clear it out. Nice touch pass with the right leg. Shot on goal. Oh, it'll hit the corner and go out. Tough break for the Blast right there as their attempt to tie this match at 1 is just a little bit off by about 3 inches. And so we will have another goal kick by Noya Mezawa. And he's doing everything he can there with that wind. Both keepers, actually. Although usually when Rodriguez has the ball, it's after a save, and he's either just keeping it near the ground or clearing it out rather quickly. And a whistle that'll go against Chris Whitty, number 6. Not too many goal kicks for the Blast so far here today. Nice center shot by number 15, Gonzalez. But the header by Chapman clears it out. The Blast towards the net again. A nice save on the slide. Mezawa. Ball out on the far sideline. Just about 5 minutes to go here in the half. 1-0 lead for the Raiders. Imada with a nice job on defense there. Clears it away from, let's see, was that number 13? Sanchez, but cleared it away from, allowed his team to converge on the ball. Chapman over on the far side with the free kick, puts the ball into play, does well with the wind right there. And on a couple of bounces, the Blast will take control of the ball. Number 13, Eduardo Sanchez. But Eduardo just not quick enough. That ball really fast on this grass and goes out here on the near side. And so for the Raiders, they will put the ball into play here near the corner of this near side. Osato coming to the ball. And as it goes out again, we will have a goal kick for the Raiders. Yet another one. And now you can see the net there of the goal. Really waving in this wind. Mezawa tries to go right down the middle of the field. It works for him as it still rolls across midfield. Finally shot the other way by the Blast. A lot of physical activity over on that far side. Referee letting it go. A lot of bumping. A couple elbows. Ball heading towards the back line, and it looks like they're going to run out of room, and actually it does go out across the back line, so a corner kick here with the left leg. Oh, bounces right in front of the net and finally kicked out by the Blast. And so dodging a bullet right there, the Palos Verdes Raiders, as they will have another goal kick, as this one was nearly tied up right there. Noya Mezawa sets the ball down for another kick. Bobby Guarisco looks on, number 2. And this time, the keeper comes here to the near side. Now it's in the middle. Number 8 getting to the ball, Caio Gesualdi. Whitty doing a good job keeping his body between the ball and number 3 for the Blast, Johnny Alfaro. Alfaro not giving up, though. Neither is Whitty. And the ball finally goes out, they say, off the red team, and so the Blast will have it. Chapman trying to run that ball down. Blast looking for a shot or two here to end this half. On the ground, nice job by the keeper. Mezawa making the stop. And he tries to keep that ball low to the ground. He knows that wind will just take it and kill it up there. Number 5 there, Jeff Miller for the Raiders. And now the ball into the leg there of number 8, Caio Gesualdi. Raiders coming back across the other way. Left-legged kick right down the middle of the field. Imada with the header. Morgan helps out number 19, and that penalty will go against number 31 of the Raiders, Imada. Blast will have it. Closing seconds here of this first half. It's a 1-0 lead for the Raiders off the leg of Kevin Morgan, number 19, and there's the whistle, and that is the end of the first half of this Boys Under 17 Open Cup final here in Lancaster, California. I'm Ken Gonzalez, George Langevin Productions. It's a 1-0 lead for the Raiders as we head into halftime. We'll be back in just a minute. And we're back. Ken Gonzalez for George Langevin Productions. Just underway here, the start of the second half of this match between Palos Verdes Raiders and the Valley United Soccer Club Blast Black. And it was the Raiders taking a 1-0 lead into halftime here. They've got 45 minutes to go to preserve this victory. Again, we're in Lancaster, California. This is the Boys Under 17 Open Cup Final. Wind just a little bit harder than it was in that first half, it seems. Palos Verdes in red. The Blast Black in black. Wes Chapman there, number 13 in the middle. Cleared away by the Raiders. And now here on the near side, number 7, Adnan Karama. Just runs out of real estate and couldn't keep that one in. The Blast, number 9, taking the ball away, Jose Guillermo. Guillermo then goes here to the near side to his teammate, streaking down into the corner, number 10, David Escalante. But that ball just a little bit too hard, and it will belong to the Raiders here as it goes out across the back line, so we'll have a goal kick. And now you see the wind might be a factor here in taking that ball. The grass here is playing pretty fast. Here on the near side, safe from going out, now trying to put it into the middle. Now across midfield, the Blast. Trying to set something up on offense here. Remember, they trail 1-0, and it's number 3 now going right down the middle, Johnny Alfaro. Alfaro runs into trouble, and the Raiders take it back the other way now. So Lancaster, California, northeast of the Los Angeles area. Nice center pass, but nobody home. Red jerseys not in the area. The Blast able to clear it away, but Chapman here, number 13. Shot towards the net will hit the side of the net. And so the Blast will dodge a bullet right there. But you like the way the Raiders are getting after it. They want to add to that 1-0 lead. Wind blowing across the field rather than up and down. So each of these teams having to deal with it. Alfaro, number 3. Now the ball's at midfield. His teammate Adam Vanunu, number 12. Now Chapman trying to get to the ball. Defenders getting back for the Raiders. Can the Blast get a shot? No. Nice job there by Jeff Miller, number 5, to clear the ball away. And it rolls out over to the far side. Quickly the Blast put the ball into play. They've got a whole half to play here, but they want to keep the ball moving. They want to wait till there's about 5 or 6 minutes left in the half to get serious about tying this one up. Ball cleared out over on the far side, and right now the Raiders, having gotten back on defense twice in a row now, clearing it over to the far side. They might be a little bit concerned about the offense the Blast is trying to run right now, but I do use the term a little. Not a lot of pressure in that first half put on the keeper, Noya Mazawa. And so they just want to make sure that they have his back here the rest of this second half. Mazawa with a nice boot, and on the header he gets some help. Ball across midfield, but the Blast will bring it back from right to left. And now it's a Blast trying to put the ball into the middle of the field. Chapman comes over, nice takeaway right there. And now Chapman will use the left leg. The referee in the way with a little bit of a screen, and that allows the Blast to take it away. Number 14, Noel Campos Jr. And now the Blast here on the near side. Number 16, Oscar Rodas. And just like that, the Blast try to put it in the backfield, in the defense for the Raiders. Up to the challenge again. Again, you see number 7, Adnan Karama there. Oh, number 9 trying to get around the defender, but no go right there. That was Jose Guillermo trying to get by Chris Whitty, but Chris stuck with him and was able to take the ball away. And then it goes off, or out, off the Blast. And so the Raiders with the ball. Christopher Ramos. Now it's across midfield. Chapman trying to come from behind there. Blast hearing some footsteps. They release the ball just a little bit too soon, and the Raiders take it away. So Chapman there providing some nice defense without even becoming involved with the ball. And there's a trip up. And number 8 will hit the ground. Giswaldi. So the free kick going to the Raiders. Chapman starts it off over to number 7, Karama. And his shot on goal is going to be wide. And the keeper, Alex Rodriguez, will retrieve it. Ball here to the near side, the Blast. Trying to figure this defense out of the Raiders. They've been held scoreless so far. Couldn't really do too much there in that first half. And it's a little more of the same here in the second half. Let's see if the Raiders can keep it here on the right half of the field. Gesualdi puts it into play, and just like that, a whistle, and the ball will go the other way, belonging to the Blast. Guillermo with a shot on goal, and actually he was trying to lead his teammate Adam Vanunu. Ball just a little bit too fast, and Mazawa able to handle it, and he makes a fine kick all the way out of the back line on the other half of the field. The wind may have helped that one out there. And Rodriguez puts the ball into play, and again, here on the near side, number 18, or number 19, Kevin Morgan, signaling that the ball was off the Blast, but it's the Blast who will continue the play here. Morgan with that goal in the first half. And another whistle goes against the Raiders. And now across midfield. Now it's a foot race here to the near side. Number 10 handling the ball, David Escalante, runs into some trouble. Passes it off to Guillermo. Guillermo tries to go into the middle of the field. Just too much pressure there. You see the red jerseys forcing the Blast towards the sideline here. Not giving them much room to operate. And finally the Blast will have the ball go out off of their team. And the Raiders put it into play. And the Raiders really want to get out and run right now. They're not wasting too much time in their own backfield. A lot of upfield passing, trying to find a target, keeping the Blast away from their backfield. Shot towards the net, and that's going to be wide. But again, the Raiders attacking. Karama runs into some trouble. Blast taking it away. Now here inside the circle. The Raiders controlling it, and again towards the right half. Morgan, oh, he just can't control that one. And it's retrieved by number 16, Oscar Rodas. Morgan right there in front of the ball. He'd like another opportunity. Let's see if his teammates can help him out here. Blast trying to get into that short passing game. They've done a pretty good job with it here so far in the open field. But when they get down near the net, that defense for the Raiders just converges on them, makes it very tough. Miller again with the defensive play. There's a shot towards the net. The wind kills it. And that's an easy one there for Maizawa, the keeper for the Raiders. You saw the wind just kill that ball. In that first half, we saw it several times, especially when the keeper's clearing the ball out. They just nail it, it goes straight up and then almost straight back down. And that's something that both of these teams have to overcome. But right now, the way the wind, it looks like it has shifted. It was blowing across the field, up and down, but now it seems to be angling from the left to the right. And that right now will give an advantage to the Raiders, as that wind will be at their back. And you can see with the trees in the background there that the wind does have a tendency to blow the way that it's going now, as they have been curved and formed to blow that way. So right now it is advantage Raiders, not only in the score but with the wind. Blast doing everything they can. And one thing you have noticed, the Blast, they are doing a pretty good job of keeping the ball near the ground. And they know with that wind, they're not going to have much luck with the ball in the air. And they do seem to be a fairly good short passing squad. Karama puts the ball into play. Off to Kyle Geswaldi. Defense again for the Blast. Really picking up here in the second half. Although the Raiders are getting some shots on goal, they're from, 25 yards out or so. They're not really penetrating close into the box. And number 17 in, Andrew McBride. Just about 30 minutes to go as we come up to the 60th minute of play here in this match. And McBride will put the ball into play. High toss into the air, and it'll go out here on the side and still belongs to the Raiders. Now the Raiders trying to come inside. Blast doing a good job keeping it away. Chapman now, he'll take a shot towards the net. Oh, and put a little bit of spin on that ball, and it just weaves its way out across the back line. Rodriguez watches it go. So Chapman wanting to strike quickly there. And again, McBride will have to put the ball into play here. It belongs to the Raiders. So McBride's come in and he's done his job well. The ball in front of the net, cleared away by the Blast. That was very dangerous. Raiders just weren't prepared for it. Chapman with another shot from the outside. And again, that one is out. The Raiders just weren't quite set there to have the ball come in so close. They couldn't get a shot. The Blast defense on their toes, making the clear out. Now across midfield, number 16 for the Blast, Oscar Rodas. Upfield, he saw his teammate number 3 trying to thread the needle there, Alfaro. But the defense, tough there for the Raiders. We just saw number 30, Keigo Tanaka. But the whistle and penalty against the Raiders. And number 10 for the Blast, David Escalante there. And he may defer that kickoff to his teammate Rodas, Oscar. Just holding the ball there because of the wind. Escalante, center pass, shot towards the net. Nice save. Number 23 for the Blast. Emmanuel Hernandez came streaking right down the middle, got a left leg on the ball, but the keeper, Noya Mizawa, was right there for the Raiders, and he keeps his team on top 1-0. So that's about as close as the Blast have come here to score today. And a nice job by the keeper, so we remain 1-0 in favor of the Raiders here in the second half, coming up on the 65th minute of play. That trip up going against the Raiders. Chapman there, can he control it? Waits for it to come down. Now he looks upfield. Just as he tries to place the ball upfield, he's going to be pickpocketed from behind. No whistle by the referee. Number 14 battling for the ball, Noel Campos Jr. Chapman gets back to it. He's probably not too happy right now. And he's able to make something happen, and a whistle by the referee, and that will go against the Blast. So Chapman there had his pocket picked from behind, the ball taken away. He hit the ground. May have been a penalty. No whistle by the referee. Chapman, though, able to regroup and somehow managed to take the ball away. And the ball is out here on the near side. And again, McBride. Let's see if it belongs to the Raiders. It does. Couple of headers, a ball in the box now. And the keeper, Rodriguez, will scoop it up. Rodriguez doing a very good job as well. The one goal by Morgan in that first half, and that has been it. So Rodriguez has been quite solid back there. It's just that over on the other end, Mizawa just been a little bit better, having not allowed a goal yet. And a lot of that having to do with the defense for his squad, though, keeping the ball away from him, not allowing the Valley United Blast too much. Nice header by Hernandez. Now the Blast coming in deep again, surrounded by 3 defenders and a whistle. And no whistle. Looked like some of the Raiders players thought there was a whistle there, but nothing doing. Blast again. We'll bring it back down. Left leg. There's a crossfield pass. Nice shot with the left leg and a nice save by the keeper, Mizawa. The Blast set that thing up perfectly, bringing it out, then back in, and the shot was drilled, hitting to the net, and the keeper was there, Noya Mizawa, to make the save. And that's 2 now in the last minute or so that the Raiders keeper has had to keep out of the net. And now we have an injured Raider. And that's number 6, Chris Whitty. So he had that collision there with the keeper, Alex Rodriguez of the Blast. And we will have a corner kick now for the Raiders. So just like that, the tables will turn. The Blast on the other end get a great shot on goal, but a nice save by the keeper. And now they come down here, and it's a corner kick for the Raiders. Comes out just a little bit. The Blast defense clearing it away, so they're out of danger for now. Upfield here to Hernandez. Hernandez, number 23. Little pass into the middle. Number 7 takes it there, Christopher Ramos, but the defense for the Raiders, of course, where they need to be. Number 2, Guarisco. There's Chapman coming from behind to take the ball away. Nice job for the Raiders. Here to the near side. And let's see, it goes out belonging to... Actually, we had a penalty before the ball went out here on the near side, and that went against the Blast. Again, Chapman hitting the ground. There's Miller. Karama, number 7, wanted to make a move, and you see very upset there for the Blast, Mark Heredia. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, if he's just upset the ball goes out or if he thought there was a push. Nevertheless, the ball belongs to the Raiders and another corner kick, rather. And McBride, number 17. Andrews' kick, lofted high into the air, just a little bit short of center there. Hernandez comes over. Manages to control the ball now with a right leg across midfield. Nice job by the Raiders, pushing it back to the right half of the field. Imada, number 31 there, trying to make his move over on the far side, runs into a little bit of trouble. And number 13 now for the Black, Eduardo Sanchez. And as this game goes on, you can kind of see it starting now. In fact, you saw it there with that exchange. Well, actually, the exchange between Whitty and the keeper Rodriguez. And then it kind of carried over with number 7, Karama, and number 4, Heredia. And now right there in the middle of the field, some more contact. So as this game progresses, the score remains 1-0. I'm going to look for some more physical play out there, as the Blasts are going to try to gain some positioning. And, of course, the Raiders are going to stand their ground. So we'll see if the referee lets it play or if he reins it in. But you can already see it developing. There's number 16, Rodas, across midfield. Now let's see where he's going to go. You can see the spacing for the defenders of the Raiders, making it very tough. And I think we had an inadvertent hand right there against the Raiders. The Wind taking that ball here to the near side. Now they're going to have to move out of that corner, a collision, and that will be a whistle. We hear it there. Miller involved. And McBride, number 17. And so with the free kick, the ball belongs to the Blast. We've hit the 70th minute of play. So just about 20 minutes to go here in regulation of this Boys Under 17 Open Cup Championship match here in Lancaster, California. And number 10 looking for some help, David Escalante. Let's see if he attacks the net or comes out with it and sets up another offensive play. Here it comes with the left leg. Oh, they wanted the header into the net, but the Raiders are there. They're able to clear it away. Ball rolls over to the far side. Still on this half, though, controlled by the Blast. That ball lofted up high into the air in front of the net. They can't get a shot with the left leg on the ground, and that ball is out across the back line. Johnny Alfaro with the attempt. So the Raiders defense withstanding that one right there. And they've been quite busy here the last few times the Blast have come downfield. But they've been up to it, and they still maintain that 1-0 lead. Morgan wanted to run towards the net, just couldn't get on the ball. Led him just a little bit too long. That allowed the defense for the Blast to take it away. Now they come across midfield, number 7, Christopher Ramos. Again, Alfaro here on the near side with Miller. And the ball was definitely out. No whistle, and finally a stoppage of play. I mean, both players were 3 yards out of bounds. Ball to the net. Alfaro, nice job there by Number 30 for the Raiders, Tanaka. Tanaka may have saved a goal there, or at least he saved a huge shot on goal. As the Blast had their angle here on the left half, and they were just about to take a shot on goal, but Tanaka with the slide ruined those plans. And we will have a corner kick for the Blast. Ball comes out. Josue Gonzalez, number 6. Again in the middle now, off to his teammate, number 7, Christopher Ramos. Ball towards the back line. Blast with the center pass. Nice job by the Raiders with the header, clearing it away from the net. And now the Raiders want to get out and run over on the far sideline. Still in play across midfield. Defense for the Blast. They'd better get back. They trail 1-0. They don't want to go down any further. Shot high over the bar and out. So the Raiders there running. Looks like if they would have tried to maneuver the ball into the middle of the field, they might have been able to take another or a better shot on goal. But they saw something over on that far side, decided to take it. And that is a hand right there. Off of number 9, Jose Guillermo. And the ball belongs to the Raiders. Chapman, number 13, will take the kick. Wes Chapman. Right down the middle. Nice job by the defenders for the Blast with the header, clearing it away. Osato, number 3, on the far side. He was quite busy in that first half. Haven't seen too much here in the second half. We've now hit the 75th minute of play here in this match, so 15 minutes to go. A 1-0 lead for the Raiders. The wind pushing that ball near the corner. And that was a corner kick. Nothing doing for the Raiders, though, and the ball cleared away by the Blast right here at midfield. Now they're going to come across. You see there 1, 2, 3, 5 black jerseys to 1 Raider. So the Raiders just didn't have the personnel up front there in order to make a strike at the net. McBride trying to do what he can right there. The ball at midfield now right down the middle. And again, that ball will curve here to the near side. The Blast trying to center pass that ball, but the Raider is stepping right into the lane, clearing it up towards midfield. Now the ball is out here on the near side. And the Raiders will put it into play. Raiders defense again, stingy. Blast, it looked like they were making some progress a few minutes ago, taking some really nice shots on goal, and now it looks as though the defense for the Raiders is shored up. And it's a little bit tougher now for the Blast to get in deep. Ball on the ground. With the free kick, the Raiders, with the left leg, Guarisco. And Alex Rodriguez will scoop that one up. And his kick over to the far side again. It dies near the back, or near the far sideline. And now it's the Blast. They want to spread the field as they bring it up. Inside the circle now, number 3, Alfaro. He's looking for some help, can't find it. The Raiders will take it away. And the ball goes out in the blast. Not sure if they're upset with themselves or with the officiating. Now both teams seem to be jawing back and forth. So a corner kick for the Raiders. On the ground, into a group, blast, bringing it out, and they'll clear it away. So nothing going on there for the Raiders on that corner kick. But there's Chapman sending the ball back, and we've got an injured Raider right in front of the net as Rodriguez hauls that one in. Vanunu into the game now, number 12 for the Blast. Not sure who the injured player is for the Raiders, and that's number 7, Karama. So Karama being helped off. Done a great job here for the Raiders in the second half, actually throughout this match. And so he's out of the field of play. Not sure who the substitution is for the Raiders. We'll find that out. But right now the Blast wanting to bring the ball up. And you see there, here on the near side, they were looking for some help. Looked like they all might have been across midfield. And now they had to come back to the ball to bring it across. Rodriguez there. A lot of open space. Number 16, Oscar Rodas. And it was Oscar who was looking for some help just a few moments ago. He'll bring it across midfield with the left leg right down the middle. And the defense again. There's number 30, Tanaka. Oh, that center pass is going to be just long. There's a shot on goal. Mizawa again with a great save. The Blast coming at you from the far side. But they're unable to put the ball into the net. And they still trail 1-0 as we have 10 minutes to go. Actually, just under 10 minutes here in the match. Ball cleared out over on the far side. You see Morgan there. Morgan with the goal here. The alone goal in the match so far. Again, we're in Lancaster, California. I'm Ken Gonzalez for George Langevin Productions. This is the boys under 17 Open Cup final. The Palos Verdes Raiders and the Valley United Soccer Club Blast Black battling it out here. It's not over. It's a 1-goal lead for the Raiders. Ball goes out across the back line, so we'll have a corner kick for the Raiders. I'm sorry, for the Blast. Raiders have to get back on defense. Huge opportunity for the Blast, but with that wind at their front, so to speak, makes it a little bit tough. And you have 3 Raiders there. No whistle by the referee. Number 15 now coming around with it. Sam Gonzalez. And on the whistle, the ball on the ground belongs to the Blast. Under 10 minutes to go. And another injured player, this time for the Blast. And I believe that's number 15, Gonzalez. And now we're set for the free kick. And let's see if the Blast can form something here. They trail by a goal late here in regulation. Ball lofted just a little bit long as center. Now rolls here to the near side. Number 9 keeping it here on the left half, Guillermo. And as he goes inside, the Raiders will boot it back outside here to the near sideline. Rodas, number 16, into the middle. And Morgan was there. And a whistle by the referee going against the Raiders. Guillermo, number 9. A lot of activity there. Shot towards the net, and that's going to be wide. And as we come up here on the 85th minute of play, time running down on the Blast. They trail by a goal. Anything can happen. Escalante back in, and now number 3, Alfaro back in now for the Blast. Mizawa with the kick. He doesn't have to put too much punch into it, as that wind will take it. Again, the Blast with the ball. They move right to left, putting some pressure down. But the Raiders' defense is there. They take it away. Now they come across midfield. Can they keep it down here for the remainder of the half? Nope. Blast determined to get a couple of shots on goal, at least one here, and they can't handle the ball. Escalante, it goes out here on the near side. Five minutes to go. And let's see how the Raiders will play this. If they just try to boot the ball up towards the opposite net, keep it away from this half. You see the wind taking this here on the near side. McBride will put the ball into play. Morgan misfires on that header. Ball belongs to the Blast. Across midfield again, Escalante, number 10. Holds up, waits for some reinforcement. The ball goes out here on the near side. Again, you see the Raiders facing the D. And 3 red jerseys converging on the ball that time. Now the ball in the middle of the field. Alfaro, number 3. Right down the middle. Ho-hoo, number 12, Vanunu. Just about a half step away from taking a shot on goal. But again, the defense for the Raiders, solid, clearing it away. Morgan, number 19. McBride coming over. Number 13 here on the near side, Sanchez with a center pass. Oh! Nice job by the keeper, Mizawa, clearing the ball away. Number 12, again, Adam Vanunu. Setting up to take a shot, and just about a half second too late. Ball now will be carried by the wind across to the right half of the field and saved from going out in the corner there. Morgan comes over, number 19. And as Rodriguez tries to clear it up, you see again the wind takes that ball. McBride will put it in play on the near side. Officially now, well, unofficially, I suppose, we've played 87 minutes here of this match. Raiders controlling the ball. And it'll roll to Rodriguez. Unable to get a shot on goal, and Rodriguez will just clear it over to the far side. Coming from behind, taking it there, number 13, Sanchez. Sanchez up against McBride. Changes directions, moves here to the near sideline, and his kick upfield will go out. We've had 2 or 3 injuries here in the second half, so we may be playing a little bit over that 90-minute mark. And we have a whistle as the ball is here on the near side. And let's see, that'll go against the Blast. So a free kick here for the Raiders. So McBride there, number 17 on the near side, will take the kick. And it's the Raiders just a few minutes from the championship. There's a header off of Rodriguez, and that ball will find the back of the net. Will they give him the shot? Will it count? No, it won't. We had a whistle there. So that shot, that score won't count for the Raiders. It was set up beautifully, though. And Rodriguez injured there in the net. He's up now. Seems to be okay. And that would have definitely sealed the fate right there if that score would have counted for the Raiders. Instead now, it's all up to the officials as far as time goes, as we have hit the 90-minute mark according to our watch. And so the Raiders need to hold on for just a little bit longer to take this championship match. Ball out on the near side. The Blast will put it into play. Blast have some room to make up here. They're deep in their own territory. They've got to get the ball across midfield and get some shots. That whistle could blow at any time. And it's the Raiders again clearing it over to the far side. Just keeping the ball away from their backfield is all they're doing right now. Miller moving into the middle. I'm sorry, Morgan moving into the middle there. Kevin Morgan, number 19. McBride looking on. Now here come the Blast. And I believe an offside. Or is that the whistle? That is the final whistle. We knew it was coming. What a great match. Both of these squads leaving it all out there. But in the end, it was Kevin Morgan's goal in that first half, which gives the Palos Verdes Raiders the 1-0 victory in the Boys Under 17 Open Cup final over the Valley United Soccer Club Blast Black. Nice match here in Lancaster. So for George Landsman Productions, I'm Ken Gonzalez, hoping you enjoyed this match. It was my pleasure to bring it to you. And until we meet again, be safe and have a great day, everybody.
Come out here, so we'll get right to Palos Verdes. Max, Palos Verdes Raiders, congratulations. Tremendous run through the tournament. You showed you were the best team and you came out on top. It was great. Evidently, looking at the score, it was a 1-0 game. Excellent game between you and Valley United. But Max, congratulations. Your turn. Oh.
Okay. Unbelievable, man. Champion. Thank you very much. The parents help the kids. Unbelievable. Loyal. No small company. Everybody around me, okay? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. My hair is very good. Well not. Unbelievable. Apologize for some time I'm hard to match, but I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry. Okay, madam. All right. Call my hobby, my captain, all right? Second captain. Last place, go, man. Marcelo! Vamos, Marcelo! Come on, let's go! Okay, my goalkeeper, I think Kevin, what? Me? No. Okay, good. Okay. I haven't won.
Is the water cleaned up on the peninsula? Okay, present to BB Raiders a ball from Nike that Max can do with as he sees fit.
Who loses more ball? Who loses more ball? I don't know, man. Okay,
And finally, 2006 Palos Verdes Raiders. Okay, guys,
Everybody book it up. Come on.
Get up.
okay, I know. Okay, I know you got a long drive to the peninsula, but I got one more thing, and that's if Max can direct you over to the goal over there. You have your picture taken for the website. Parents can take all the pictures they want, and that'll be it. All right. Congratulations. Have a safe flight home.
Kiss me, kiss me. Kiss my friend. Good girlfriend. Good girlfriend. Yeah, man.
We're all friends, bro. Tem bateria.
Look at this. That's so
Pick it up. Pick it up. Bless. Says Cal South.